Hello friends, welcome to NEET World. This is your Abhilash sir, Mathematics faculty for EAP set, K set and JEE. So we were discussing the chapter of straight lines. In the previous class we discussed various concepts like distance of a point from a line, distance between two parallel lines and equation of a parallel and perpendicular line for a given line. That is, if a parallel line is given, how to write another parallel line. If a perpendicular line is given, how to write another perpendicular line. And also we discussed on area of parallelogram and some other concepts. So today in this session, and also we discussed about foot of the perpendicular, also we discussed about image of a point and all these things. And coming to this session, we will be discussing about various centers of a triangle, that is different centers of a triangle. This concept is also highly important, very important concept. Very important concept. Okay, so first of all you should have clarity about different centers of a triangle. Different centers of a triangle include centroid, incenter, orthocenter, circumcenter and all these things. Okay, one is what? Centroid, incenter, orthocenter and circumcenter. Now what do you mean by centroid? Centroid is a point of intersection of medians. It is a point of intersection of medians. Okay, when we talk about medians, what is a median? Median is a line segment which divides the opposite side equally. It divides the opposite side equally. Suppose this is the centroid, it divides this side AB into two equal halves. Okay, it is a bisector of the opposite side. It is a bisector of the opposite side. This convergence or this point of intersection of the medians, we call it as what? We call it as centroid. We call it as this green signal. This is what this green dot is representing centroid. Okay, this is about the centroid. And next, coming to incenter. What do you talk about incenter? When we talk about incenter, point of intersection of internal angle bisectors. Internal angle bisector. It's not about the side. Whatever the angle is given, if you draw a line, the angle will be bisected. Suppose I draw a line from here, this angle will be bisected into equal halves. Suppose this is 60 degree, it will be bisected into 30 degree and 30 degree. Similar case here. Okay, here also, here also. Okay, the angle will be bisected. This is the angular bisector. Angle bisector is called what? Incenter. Okay, the side bisector is called median and the point of intersection is called what? And the point of intersection of medians is called centroid and the point of intersection of angle bisector is called what? Incenter. Point of intersection of angular bisector is called what? Incenter. Now coming to orthocenter. It is a point of intersection of altitudes. It is a point of intersection of altitudes. Altitudes means what? A line segment which is perpendicular to another line segment. Suppose I draw a line segment from here to here. This is perpendicular. This line segment BE is perpendicular to AC and this line segment CF is perpendicular to AB and this line segment AD is perpendicular to BC. Okay, these are all perpendicular. The point of intersection of perpendiculars, that is altitudes. The point of intersection of altitudes is called orthocenter. Here we are not talking anything about bisecting. Bisector comes only when it comes to medians, that is median bisects the opposite side, and orthocenter, that is here in center, the internal angular bisector. The point of intersection of internal angular bisector is called what? Incenter. When it comes to orthocenter, it is point of intersection of altitudes only. You are not talking anything about bisecting here. It is the point of intersection of altitudes. Altitudes means it is perpendicular to the opposite side. That's it. Next, coming to circumcenter. Here we talk about everything, that is angular bisector also, side bisector also. It is the point of intersection of perpendicular bisectors of the sides of a triangle. So this will be perpendicular bisector. This will be bisecting the opposite side and it will also be perpendicular. So I can say that not angular bisector. This will be the circumcenter is a combination of centroid plus orthocenter. Okay, so circumcenter is a combination of centroid. Centroid means it divides the opposite side, that it is dividing the opposite side. It is bisecting the opposite side. When it comes to orthocenter, it is a perpendicular, a line which is perpendicular and also dividing the opposite side. Okay, the point of intersection of such lines, we call it as what? We call it as circumcenter. I hope it is clear. Different centers of the triangle. What did we study? Centroid. It is a point of intersection of median. Median bisects the opposite side. Next we spoke about incenter. Incenter is an angular bisector. The point of intersection of angular bisector, we call it as incenter. Next is what? We spoke about orthocenter. Orthocenter is point of intersection of altitudes. Altitudes means what? They will be perpendicular to the opposite side, but they won't divide the opposite side or they won't bisect the opposite side. Next we talk about circumcenter. It is a point of intersection of perpendicular bisectors. It will be perpendicular to the opposite side and it also divides the opposite side or bisects the opposite side. This we call it as circumcenter. We can say it is a combination of centroid and orthocenter. Okay, this much basics is enough when it comes to different centers of the triangle. So let us proceed further. So they are talking about, now we will learn in detail about each centers of the triangle. What is a centroid? What is a circumcenter? What is an orthocenter? What is an incenter? Now when we speak about centroid of a triangle, let ABC be the vertices of a triangle with their coordinates x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3 respectively. Okay. So AD is one median and BD is one median and CF is one median. This point of intersection of median is called what? Centroid, and centroid is denoted by G. The centroid is denoted by G, and the coordinates of centroid is given by, okay, the coordinates of centroid is given by sum of the x coordinate x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 3. Okay, x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 3, and sum of the y coordinates y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. These is the coordinates of the centroid, and also you must remember that the centroid divides this median in the ratio 2:1, and here also it is 2:1, here also it is 2:1. Very important note. Centroid divides the side in the ratio 2:1. Okay, that it divides the median in the ratio 2:1. This you must be very aware. Okay. Next. Now let us solve some question based on centroid. They are given if the points 2k, k, k, 2k and kk and k is greater than 0 encloses a triangle of area 18 square units, then the centroid of a triangle. Then they are asking the centroid of a triangle. They have given area of a triangle also. First, centroid we have the formula what, that is, it is nothing but equal to sum of the x coordinates divided by 3, comma sum of the x y coordinates divided by 3. X coordinate is what? 2k plus k, 3k plus k is 4k by 3. Okay, 2k plus k, 3k plus 1 is 4k by 3, comma this is what? K plus k, 3k plus k is 4k, this will also be 4k by 3. Okay, k plus k, 3k plus k is 4k by 3. This is what we got for centroid. Now they are telling k is greater than 0 and the area of the triangle is encloses an area of triangle 18 square units. So we have to find the area of the triangle. Area of the triangle is what? Area of triangle is given by half into determinant of this. Determinant of this we have to write it like this: 2k, k which you already know, k and k. This will be k, 2k and k. This will be 1, 1, 1. This is equal to what? 18 square units. This I should write it as what? Plus and minus. Plus or minus I have to write it because modulus sign is there. Definitely I have to write it as what? Plus or minus. Now let us find the area of this triangle. Half into what is this? 2k. 2k into this is what? 2k into k minus k. This will be k. Okay, 2k minus k. This will be just k minus k into this is what? K into 1 is k minus k. This will be 0 plus this will be 1 into k into k is k square. K into k is k square. Okay, minus 2k square. So this will become minus k square. Minus k square minus 2k square will become minus k square. This is equal to what? This is equal to plus or minus. I will write it as 36. Instead of writing 2 here, I will write it as 36. So this we got it as what? 36. Now if you see this, you will get it as 2k square minus k square is equal to plus or minus 36. So you will get it as what? 2k square minus square is k square is equal to plus or minus 36. Okay. So k will be equal to what? K will be equal to plus or minus 6. K will be equal to plus or minus 6, but I will take only k is equal to 6 because they have told k is greater than 0. So I got k is equal to 6. Once I got k, then I can get g easily. So this will become what? This will become 4k. This will be 4k is nothing but what? 4 into 6 is 24 by 3. This will also be 24 by 3. So centroid g will be equal to 8 by 8 comma 8. So g I will get it as 8 comma 8. That is option A. Very simple question. Got it? First we will find the area of the triangle and we will get the value of k, and the centroid value will be equal to 8 comma 8. Simple. Got it? Fine. Let's move to the next one. Now they are telling that let alpha beta be the centroid of the triangle formed by the lines 15x minus y is equal to 82, 6x minus 5y is equal to 4 minus 4 and 9x plus 4y is equal to 17. Then alpha plus beta and 2 alpha minus beta are the roots of the equation. They are the roots of which equation they are telling. Here they have not given the coordinates. Okay, JEE Main 2023 question, they have not given the coordinates, they have given the equation of the lines of the triangle. So what we should do to get the coordinates, we have to solve those equations and then we will get the point of intersection. This is a very simple question, but it is lengthy. Why it is lengthy? Because we have to find the coordinates. If we find the coordinates, definitely we can get the centroid. So let us see. Okay, What is that they have given? 15x minus 5 is equal to 82. Another line is 6x minus 5y is equal to minus 4. Okay, this is what? 9x plus 4y is equal to 17. Okay, first let me solve these two, then I will get this, then these two I will get this, then I solve these two, I will get another one. So 15x minus y is equal to 15x minus y is equal to 82. Okay, 6x minus 5y, 6x minus 5y. Okay, 6x minus 5y is equal to minus 4. So here I want 5y again. So this I will multiply by 5. So this I will get it as what? I will write it here. 5 into 15 5 is a 75x minus 5y is equal to 5 2 is a 10, 5 8 is a 40, 410. So this I will get it as what? Minus plus minus. This I will get it as what? 75. This will be 75 minus 75 plus 6. This will be equal to minus 69x is equal to what? Minus 69x is equal to minus 406. Minus minus cancels. So x will be equal to 406 by 69. 406 by 69. Now how to solve this? So 406 by 69. How to solve this? So let me see. 23, 3 is a 69. 23 1s are 23, 17 is left, 176. 176 means 176. If I have to get 6 in 23, how will I get? So 176, 23 into how much is 176? 23 into 8 won't happen. 8 3 is 24. 23 into 9 won't happen. 23 into 6, 23 into 5. 23 into 5 is 55 3 is 55 2 is 10. It won't happen. 23 into 8, 8 3 is 24. This will be 8 2 is 16, 184. It won't happen. So let us see. So x will be equal to 406 by 69 we got. So this is 5y. This will be 5 2 is 10, 5 8 is 40, 410. This will be minus minus. So both are minus, right? It is not minus. I should write it as 414. This will be 414. Okay, minus will become plus. This will be 414. 414 by 69. So this will become what? This if I can do it by 3. So 3 1s are 3. Okay, 3 1s are 3. 11 is left. 3 3 is 9. Okay, 3 3 is 9. Okay, 3 3 is 9. 2 is left. 3 8 is 24. This will be 3 2 is 6. 3 23 is. Okay. Now again with 3 can I do it? 23. 23 into 6. 23 into 6. 23 1s are 23 6 are 6 3 is 18, 6 2 is 12, 13. So 23 6 are. So I'll get x is equal to 6. Now if I get x is equal to 6, if I put it here, what I'll get? If I put x is equal to 6 in this equation, I'll get 15x. 15 into 6 is 90. I'll get it as 15 into 6 is 90. I'll get okay minus y is equal to 82. So 90 minus 82 is equal to y. So y is equal to 8. So the coordinates of this point, this and this point, we will get it as the coordinates will be 6, 8. This will be 6, 8 friends after solving this. Now let me solve this and this one. So I have what? I have 9x plus 4y is equal to 17, and I have here 6x minus 5y is equal to minus 4. Now what can I do? So let me make this, let me multiply this by 5, let me multiply this by 5. I have to make it 5, or let me take this only, 9 and 6. Let me multiply this by 6 and let me multiply this by 9. So what will I get? 6 9s are 54x, or 54x, 5 4s are 20y, 17 6 is how much? 17 6 is 102. Okay, I am solving this equation to get the coordinates of the point. 102, 9 4s are this, 9 6 are 54x, 9 5s are 45y, 9 4s are 36. Now solve this. This cancels. So this will be 20 plus 40y here is 65y, and this will be 102 minus 36. 102 minus 36 is how much? 102 minus 30 is 72. 72 minus 6 is 66. Okay, I'll get it as what? 102 minus 36 is 66. I'll get. Okay, y is equal to 102 minus 36. Okay, actually this is minus, no, this will be minus. Actually this will become plus only. 102 plus 36 will be 138. Cancel, this will be plus 65y is equal to how much? 9 4s are minus 36. This will become plus 100 plus 138. Okay, so y is equal to 138 by 65. Okay, 138 by 65. So like this, if you solve, you will get some. This will get it as x3 y3. Okay, I will not waste time solving this. This will be x1 y1. If you solve it, you will get the points, the coordinates of the point. Then what you can do is, then you can put the values. And you will get alpha and beta. Then you can get alpha and beta is equal to what? Alpha and beta is equal to x1 x2, x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 3, comma y1 plus y2 plus y3 divided by 3. Okay, this you will get it, the value of alpha and beta, that is the centroid. Then you can put the equation alpha plus b2 beta, alpha 2 alpha minus beta are the roots of which equation. If you multiply those two equations, you will get it as what? You can get it as sum of the zeros and product of the zeros. If you do x square minus sum of the zero is x plus 2 beta plus 2 alpha minus beta plus x alpha plus 2 beta into 2 alpha minus beta. This is the equation you will get it. If you put the values of alpha and beta here, you will get the answer. Okay, it's a very simple question, but it's lengthy. Okay, you have to solve this equation to get the value of x and y. That's it. Let's move to the next question. You have to understand the approach, not just the answer. Next, orthocenter. Okay, here O is the orthocenter. Okay, since A is perpendicular to BC, BF is perpendicular to AC, and CD is perpendicular, then OE is perpendicular to BC. Okay, so what they are telling is orthocenter. Whenever I told orthocenter, it is the point of intersection of what? It is the point of intersection of altitudes. So this is altitude. A is altitude to BC, and BF is altitude to AC, and CD is altitude to AB. So since this is perpendicular to this, this is perpendicular to this, is perpendicular to this, then it is obvious that OE is also perpendicular to BC. If A is perpendicular to BC, then OE is also perpendicular to BC, and OD is also perpendicular to AB, and OF is also perpendicular to AC. Okay, now for solving this orthocenter questions, you should have some concept of slopes, which we already know. So suppose here we have BF is perpendicular to AC. BF is perpendicular to AC means for the line AC we can find the slope. Slope of AC is nothing but what you can do, x3 minus y3 minus y1 by x3 minus x1. You will get the slope of this line. Now you have to find out the equation of BF. To find out the equation of BS, you can use this slope. And you can use 2 point form. That is what you can use. You can write y minus y1 into slope of m of AC into what is this? M of AC means it is nothing but 1 by m of FC. You should use, because it is perpendicular. No, this slope will become what? This slope will become minus 1 by m of AC, because when the perpendicular lines m1 m2 is equal to minus 1. Once you get m1, m2 will be equal to minus 1 by m minus m by m1. Okay, m2 is equal to minus 1 by m1. So this is what I got, minus 1 by m of AC into x minus x1. Then I will get the equation of this line BF. Then once you get the equation of all these lines, you can solve them to get the point of intersection, that is orthocenter. That is one way to solve this, but otherwise you can solve this. Note is not for this, I will tell you about this later. So we can get the coordinates. Okay, this is the way to solve the questions on orthocenter. Let us see the questions. Okay, in a triangle ABC has vertices 1, minus 1, B, 7, minus 7, 1, and C 5, minus 5, then its orthocenter as coordinates. Then they are asking the orthocenter. Orthocenter as such directly formula is not there. So what we can do here, they were given the triangle. So let me draw it. That is what? A, B, and C. A is what? 1, minus 7. B is minus 7, 1, and C is what? 5, minus 5. 5, minus 5 I have. Now they are asking us to find the orthocenter. They are asking us to find the orthocenter. This is orthocenter O. Okay, let this be B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, E and F. Now one thing you must understand, they are perpendiculars. They are perpendicular. Here also it is perpendicular. This is also perpendicular. Now if I take B is perpendicular to AC, B is perpendicular to AC. If I take, what will I get? I will get the slope of AC. Slope of AC is what? M of AC is nothing but y2 minus y1. M of AC is nothing but what? Y2 minus y1 is minus 5 plus 7. Minus 5 plus 7 is 2 by, what is this? 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 is what? 5 minus 1 is 4. I will get it as what? I will get it as 1 by 2. Slope of AC is 1 by 2. I get it. Now if I want to find the equation of this line, that is BE. If I have to find the equation of this line, equation of BE, then I'll have to take it as what? Y minus y1. Y1 is nothing but what? Y1 is nothing but 1 into slope is nothing but what? Here it will become minus 2 because it is perpendicular line. The product of the slopes of perpendicular, that is m1 m2 is equal to minus 1. Here it is 1 by 2, this one, and this will be slope will be equal to minus half. This is minus 2. Okay, because m1 m2 is equal to minus 1. This is 1 by 2 means the another one will be minus of reciprocal, that is minus 2. This will become into x minus x1. x1 is how much? X plus 7. So what will I get? Y minus 1 is equal to minus 2x minus 14. Minus 2x minus 14. So this will be equal to what? This, if I send it this side, 2x plus y, 2x plus y plus 13 is equal to 0. 2x plus y minus plus 13 is equal to 0, or I can write it as 2x plus y is equal to minus 13. 2x plus y is equal to minus 13. 2x plus y is equal to minus 13, I can write it. Now, I took BE and perpendicular to AC. See, suppose I take AF is perpendicular to BC. AF is perpendicular to BC. Okay, so I have to find the slope of BC. Slope of BC is nothing but what? Y2 minus y1. Minus 5 minus 1 is minus 5 minus 1 is minus 6. Okay, y2 5 minus of 7 is 5 minus of 7 is 5 minus of minus 1. That is 5 minus of minus 7 is, it will become 12. It will become 12. Okay, it will become 12. So this will become equal to minus 1 by 2. Okay, now the equation of the line AF I have to find out. To find the equation of the line, I can use one point form, that is y minus y1, that is y plus 7 into slope will be just 2. Reciprocal of with negative sign. Negative of negative will become plus 2 into x minus x1. X minus x1 is what? X minus 1. So this will become what? Y plus 7 is equal to 2x minus 1. So this will become what? If I send it that side, 2x minus y is equal to 8. 2x minus y is equal to 8. This is equation 2. This is equation 1. Now let me take the another perpendicular. CD is perpendicular to AB. CD is perpendicular to AB means what is the slope of AB? Slope of AB is nothing but y2 minus y1. That is 1 minus of minus, this is 1 minus of minus 7 is 8. Okay, divided by minus 7 minus 1, that is minus 7 minus 1, that is minus 8. So this will be equal to minus 1. Now what about the equation of the line AF? Equation of the line of AF is given by what? Equation of the line, not AF, this should be equal to what? Equation of the line CD, right? Equation of the line CD we have to take it. Equation of the line CD is equal to but y minus 1. 1 point form, that is y minus y1 is plus 5 into, this will become 1 into x minus x1. X minus x1 is x minus 5. So this will get it as what? X minus 5. This implies we'll get it as x minus 5 or x minus y minus 5. X minus y is equal to 10. X minus y is equal to 5 comes that side, it will become 10. This is equation 3. We have to solve these equations and we will get the value of orthocenter, and we will get the value of orthocenter. Okay, if you solve these equations, we will get the value of orthocenter. Fine. So let me solve these two equations. I have what? 2x plus y is equal to minus 13 and have x minus y is there. Let me write it x minus y, or I will multiply by 2. This is 2x minus 2y is equal to 20. If I solve this, what I will get? So here it will get 3y. 3y is equal to what? 3y is equal to minus, 3y is equal to what? What is this? Minus 20 minus 13. So this will become minus 33. So y will be equal to what? Y will be equal to minus 33 by 3. So that will be equal to what? This will be equal to minus 11, something like that. Okay, on solving these equations, what you will get is, on solving these three equations, you will get the answer as 3 comma minus 3. I hope you know how to solve these equations, the simultaneous equations. The three equations if you solve, you will get the answer of 3 comma minus 3. This you can do it by yourself. This you have to do it by yourself. Next, in center, very important. In center means what? I told you, it is a point of intersection of angular bisectors. It is a point of intersection of angular bisectors. The coordinates of in center is given by, it is nothing but a x1, see a x1 plus b x2 plus c x3. A x1 plus b x2 plus c x3 divided by a plus b plus c. There is no square root or no squaring. by a plus b plus c. This is nothing but a y1 plus b y2 plus c x3 divided by a plus b plus c. That's it. That's it for in center, where a, b, c are sides of the triangle. Got it? A, b, c are, where small a, small b, small c are sides of the triangle. Okay. This a, this is a, this will be b, and this will be c. This is the concept of in center. Next. Now circumcenter, very important circumcenter. Circumcenter is point of intersection of perpendicular bisectors. These are perpendicular also, bisecting the opposite sides also. So its coordinates are given by x1 by 1, x2 by 2, x3 by 3. At that time, the circumcenter, the answer is given by, that's the value of circumcenter, the coordinate of circumcenter is given by x1 plus x2 plus x3, but with x1 we have sin 2a, with x2 we have sin 2b, and x3 we have sin 2c, divided by sin 2a, sin 2b, sin 2c. Okay, same thing, but here you will have y1, y2, y3, and sin 2a, sin 2b, sin 2c, they are common. Okay, that's it when it comes to circumcenter. Okay, when in a right angle triangle, the circumcenter is at the midpoint of the hypotenuse. The circumcenter is always at the midpoint of the hypotenuse. In a right angle triangle, suppose this triangle turns out to be right angle, the circumcenter is always at the midpoint of the hypotenuse. Let us see what do you mean by that with some questions. So they are telling what? Let a alpha comma minus 2 b alpha comma 6 and c alpha by 4 comma minus 2 b what is this of a triangle ABC. If 5 comma alpha by 4 is the circumcenter of the triangle, then which of the following is not correct? Not correct is a direct word. They are not asking correct. Which of the following is not correct? So they have given the values of alpha comma minus 2, alpha comma 6. So here also alpha is there. Here also alpha is there. So the values of a, the coordinates of a and b, if I examine very closely, what I will get is, I will get a here. I will get a here. This will be alpha comma minus 2, and alpha should be here itself, x value it should be here itself. So I get b here, alpha comma 6. Okay, so this point remains same. So this is nothing but what? This is a straight line, this is a right angle triangle, this is right angle triangle. Now this will be alpha by 4 comma minus 2, alpha by 4 comma minus 2. So this is a right angle triangle. Triangle ABC turns out to be a right angle triangle because this is a straight line. This is right angle triangle. The circumcenter will be at this point. The circumcenter C will be at this point. Circumcenter will be at this point. So circumcenter is at the midpoint of the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is this. Hypotenuse is this. So to find out the circumcenter, what I can use? This midpoint means this will be equal to alpha plus alpha by 4 by 2 minus comma. This will be 6 minus 2 by 4. That is 4 by 2. Okay. This turns out to be what? Alpha plus alpha. 4 alpha plus alpha is 5 alpha by 8. 5 alpha by 8 comma 2. 5 alpha by 8 comma 2. Now they have given this to be equal to what? This to be equal to the what? If the is the circumcenter, they have already given 5 comma alpha by 4. What they have given? The circumcenter is equal to 5 comma alpha by 4. So what I can do? I can equate it. 5 alpha by 8 is equal to 5. Okay. So 5 cancels. So alpha will be equal to what? Alpha will be equal to 8. I got alpha is equal to 8. Okay. Clear? I got alpha is equal to 8. Now when I got alpha is equal to 8, now when I got alpha is equal to 8, what is the value of circumcenter? The value of circumcenter will be equal to, this will become equal to, C is equal to 5 comma alpha is 8, this will be 2, 5 comma 2. This is the circumcenter, we got it. Now they are asking, area is 24. They are asking about the area. So if we talk about the area, this is nothing but 8, this will be 8, this will also be 8 by 4, this will be 2. Okay, if I look at the distance, this distance will be 6. If I look at this distance will be 8 itself. Okay, if I look at this distance, if 8 and 6 are there, the Pythagoras theorem gives us this distance to be 10. This distance to be 10. Now, I got 8, I got 6, I got 10. What is the area? Area is equal to half into base into 8. Okay, area is equal to half into base into 8. Half into base is 6, height is 8. So this will bring about 2 1s are 2 3s are 3 8s are 24. So definitely this is correct, no problem for us. Okay, when we talk about the perimeter, perimeter means sum of all the sides, sum of the lengths of all the sides. 8 plus 6 14, 14 plus 10 is 24. Perimeter is coming out to be 24, but here it is given as 25. This is wrong option. Which is the correct option for us? Because they are asking the statement which is not correct. Which is not correct means the perimeter is 24, but they have given it as 25. So this is the correct option for us. Okay, but let us see. We have already got the answer. What about the circumradius? Circumradius is, see, circumcenter is here. Circumcenter is here. Okay, circumcenter is here means this entire thing will be what? This circumcenter is here means this entire thing will be diameter. The circumradius will be what? Nothing but equal to, see, this entire thing, this BC will act as diameter. Will act as diameter. Okay, this BC, not BC means this B and this C, not the circumcenter. This BC will act as diameter. The circumradius will be BC by 2. Circumradius will be circumradius will be equal to 10 by 2, BC is equal to 10, that is equal to 10 by 2, 5. So circumradius is correct. What about the in radius? In radius also easy. So this area of the triangle divided by semi-perimeter. Area of the triangle divided by semi-perimeter gives us in radius. In radius is what? In radius formula is equal to area of triangle divided by semi-perimeter. That is half of the perimeter. Area we got it as what? 24. Perimeter we got it as what? 24. Okay, 24 by 2. Semi-perimeter means perimeter by 2. That is nothing but perimeter we have 24. 24 by 2, that is 12. So this will become what? 24 by 12. This will become 24 by 12. This will become answer is 2. So this is also correct. But they are asking for incorrect. That is option B is the answer that they are looking for. Fine. Next question. Important note, very important, not just important, highly important. See here. So it is orthocenter, centroid and circumcenter are always collinear. That means collinear means what? They will always lie in the same line. And centroid divides the line joining orthocenter and circumcenter. Orthocenter and circumcenter in the ratio 2:1. That is, if circumcenter is here, if centroid is here and orthocenter is here, okay, the centroid will divide it in the ratio 2:1. That is what they are telling. Line joining orthocenter and circumcenter in the ratio 2:1. Okay, this is what they are telling. In an equilateral triangle, centroid, orthocenter and incenter and circumcenter coincide. Okay, in an equilateral triangle, they are not talking about every triangle. In an equilateral, not isosceles also. In an equilateral triangle, the centroid, circumcenter, orthocenter and incenter will lie on the same line. That is not line, they are not collinear, they are telling they are coincide. Coincide means at the same point you will have all the centers. Suppose a point A is there, on that point only you will have centroid, on that point only you will have orthocenter, on that point only you have incenter, on that point only you have circumcenter. That's it. In an isosceles triangle, listen carefully, centroid, orthocenter, incenter and circumcenter lie on the same line. They coincide in equilateral triangle, but in this one, in isosceles triangle, they lie on the same line. That means they are collinear. Okay, in isosceles triangle, they are collinear. That is, they lie on the same line. And when it comes to equilateral triangle, they coincide. That is, at the same point they will be positioned. Okay, that's it. Okay, if the centroid and circumcenter of a triangle are 3:3 and 6,2, okay, then the orthocenter is. Okay, this is very simple. Here, circumcenter is given. Circumcenter is 3,3. Or they lie on the same line. Okay, this is G. G is given as what? This is G is given as 3,3. Circumcenter is given as what? Circumcenter is given as this is circumcenter. Circumcenter is given as 6,2. This is orthocenter. Orthocenter we don't know the value. Let it be x, y. So we have to find out. Then orthocenter is what? The centroid divides the orthocenter and circumcenter in the ratio 2:1. We can use section formula and find out easily. Okay. So this is nothing but what? 3,3 is equal to 2 times 2 into 6. That is nothing but 2 6 are 12. Okay, 2 6 are 12 plus 1 into x divided by 2 plus 1 3 comma. This is nothing but what? 2 2s are 4 plus 1 into y is y. This will be 3. So 12 plus x by 3 is equal to 3. So 12 plus x is equal to 9. So x will be equal to what? X will be equal to minus 3. X will be got it as equal to minus 3. And similarly, if you take 4 plus y by 3 is equal to 3. So 4 plus y is equal to 9. So y will be equal to what? Y will be equal to 5. So minus 3 comma 5, that is option D. So minus 3 comma 5, that is option D. That is the coordinates of the orthocenter. Very simple, by using centroid, the concept of centroid, that is dividing, that is orthocenter, circumcenter, the centroid and circumcenter lie on the same line, and centroid divides them in the ratio 2:1. Then use the section formula and find it. Okay. Next, let us talk about locus. When we talk about locus, it is a path or a curve traced by a moving point satisfying a given condition. Okay, satisfying a given condition. Here, what you have to remember is, when you talk about locus, suppose they have given it in another parameters like theta, t or something like that, we have to make sure that we eliminate those variables and bring it in the form of x and y. That is the meaning of locus. Okay, let us see. So these are all the steps that are given to find the locus of a point. okay, locus of a point, but this you don't require, no need to by heart all these things. We will solve it through questions itself. Let us understand what do you mean by locus. The locus of a point whose coordinates are curve x t plus t square, y is equal to 2t plus 1, where t is a variable. They are asking the locus of a point. So I have what? First thing I have y is equal to 2t plus 1. Okay, so I can write it as what? Y minus 1 is equal to 2t. Y minus 1 is equal to 2t. So t will become what? T will become y minus 1 by 2. Okay, y minus 1 by 2. Now I have what? I have x is equal to t plus t square. Here I will put t value here. So x will be equal to y minus 1 by 2. This will be equal to y minus 1 by 2 whole square. So this will become what? Y minus 1 by 2 plus y square plus 1 square 1 minus 2y by 4. Okay, by 2y by 4. Now if I take LCM, this will become what? LCM will be 4. This will be 2y minus 2 plus y square plus 1 minus 2y by 4. Okay, so I have what? Plus 2y minus 2y cancels. So minus 2 plus 1. This will be 4x. 4x is equal to y square. 4x is equal to y square. Y square minus 1. 4x is equal to y square minus 1 I have. Okay, 4x is equal to y square minus 1 I have. Or if I bring it this side, y square will be equal to 4x plus 1. Y square will be equal to 4x plus 1. Y square is equal to 4x plus 1. That is in the option A. This is how you can solve this. Very simple. You have to eliminate the variable t and you have to get it in the form of x and y. That is the way to solve the locus questions. Okay. The locus of the midpoints of the perpendiculars drawn from the points on the line x is equal to 2y to the line x. Okay, this is very simple. Okay, now they are asking another concept, position of a point with respect to a line. The position of a point with respect to a line. Here you must be knowing one thing. So position of a point with respect to a line. Suppose the line is given is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, and there are 2 points p and q. They are towards the same point. That is, they are towards the same side of the line. See, you can observe here p and q are upside. That is, they are towards the same side of the line. Then in that case, what happens? The points p and q lie on the same side of the line. ax plus by plus c. If ax1 plus by1 plus c is equal to 0 and ax2 plus by2 plus c is equal to 0, have signs LP LQ is equal to same signs and LP LQ is greater than or equal to 0. LP LQ is greater than or equal to 0. Here, if it is in the opposite side, then they have opposite signs and they have LP LQ less than 0. LP LQ less than 0. Now let us see what is LP LQ and all. So here they have given the set of all possible values of theta in the interval 0, pi, for which the points 1, 2 and sin theta cos theta lie on the same side of the line. X plus y is equal to 1. Same side of the line means I have to take 1 plus 2 into sin theta plus cos theta, okay, is greater than 0. I have to take it like this, plus sin theta plus cos theta is greater than 0. Okay, then I have to put the values in x plus y is equal to 1. I have to put the values in x plus y is equal to 1. So you have to satisfy this line. So 1 plus 2 is greater than into sin theta plus cos theta. So I have what? 1 plus 2 is there. Okay, so this will become what? This will become 3 sin theta plus 3 cos theta. This should be equal to greater than 0. Now ultimately what you will get is theta will be greater than pi by 4 but less than 3 pi by 4. You will get it. Okay, you will get it as you will get sin theta plus cos theta will be greater than 1 by root 2. You will get it. Will be greater than 1 by root 2. You will get it. Okay, if you solve this, which you know already. Now if I multiply and divide by 1 by root 2, if I multiply and divide by 1 by root 2, see here 1 by root 2. If I multiply and divide by root 2, what will I get? So this will be root 2 into this will be root 2 into this will be only 1. Okay, this will be only 1. This will be only 1. So this will be sin theta plus cos theta. This will be sin theta into sin pi by 4 cos theta into cos pi by 4. I can write it as sin of theta plus pi by 4. Sin of theta plus pi by 4 is greater than 1 by root 2. This root 2 will come down. Okay, sin of theta plus pi by 4 is greater than pi by 1 by root 2, or I can write it as theta plus pi by 4. Here I can write it as theta plus pi by 4 is greater than pi by 4 is greater than pi by 4. So theta plus pi by 4 is greater than pi by 4, but they are telling it is lying between 0 to pi. It is lying between 0 to pi. So theta plus pi by 4 is greater than pi by 4, but it is less than, it will be less than another pi by 4 which is less than pi is 3 pi by 4. So we have what? We have theta is greater than pi by 4. If I send this pi by 4 this side, this will become pi by 4 minus pi by 4, and if I send this is less than 3 pi by 4 minus pi by 4. If I send it here, what I will get? This will be what? This will be theta will be greater than pi by 4 minus pi by 4 will be greater than 0. 3 pi by 4 minus pi by 4 I will get it as 2 pi by 4, that will be equal to pi by 2. So what I will get? I will get this equal to 0 comma pi by 2, 0 comma pi by 2, that range is 0 comma pi by 2, that is option 1. So that's all about straight lines. Okay, that's all about straight lines. We have covered all the concepts, and we also solved some of the PYQs of JEE Mains. We will do some practice questions in the upcoming classes, but in the next class we will be starting with some other chapter. Okay, I hope it was useful. Please go through the sessions again and again so that your concepts become clear, and then solve the questions. Thank you friends, take care.